He doesn't post on Instagram. He doesn't give interviews. But he might just be the richest and most secretive billionaire on Earth. While his people survive on instant noodles and fear, he sips $10,000 wine on a private island, guarded by machine guns, missiles, and total silence. His yachts, custom-built masterpieces, his palaces, nuclear-proof fortresses, even his toilet travels with him, just in case someone tries to spy on his DNA. This isn't just wealth, it's madness, wrapped in gold. And the final fact in this video is so bizarre, you'll swear it's fiction. His childhood wasn't filled with toys. It was filled with tanks, generals, and secret plots. Kim Jong-un wasn't born into a family. He was born into a dynasty, where power isn't passed down by law but by blood. From day one, he was surrounded by luxury, even Hollywood stars can't imagine, private palaces, armed bodyguards, and a total ban on showing any weakness. But while his country was trapped in fear and isolation, young Kim was studying in Switzerland, under a fake name, in an elite private school, surrounded not by future dictators, but by the children of billionaires. He loved basketball, obsessed with Michael Jordan. His dream wasn't missiles, it was three-pointers. But everything changed when his father, Kim Jong-il, died. Overnight, the quiet student became supreme leader, with a nuclear button in one hand and total power in the other. Since then, he hasn't just ruled, he's built an empire of fear, blind loyalty, and insane luxury. Where does the money come from? The answer is darker than you think. On the surface, a poor, isolated country. Behind the scenes, a shadow empire built on ruthless control. Kim Jong-un controls it all. Gold, uranium, and rare earth mines. Black market arms deals, fake passports, narcotics, cyber attacks. Everything that brings in millions off the books. Officially, his fortune is estimated at $5 billion, but experts believe his real net worth could be over $100 billion. How offshore accounts cloaked in secrecy, luxury real estate in Singapore and Hong Kong, shell companies registered under trusted proxies, and then silent backing from China, political protection in exchange for quiet obedience. This money doesn't sit in banks, it turns into yachts, palaces, and loyalty. Because in Kim's world, money isn't for spending, it's for control, absolute control. When you have billions, you don't just build mansions, you build fortresses designed to survive the end of the world. Kim Jong-un doesn't have one home. He has an entire archipelago of secret residences, hidden from satellites, off-limits to citizens, and guarded like nuclear facilities. His favorite? Ryongsong, the heart of his shadow empire. From the outside, it's just a beautiful villa, but inside, 12 square kilometers of elite paranoia, walls made of lead-reinforced concrete, bulletproof windows, a bunker that can survive a nuclear blast, and a secret tunnel leading straight to a private airstrip. They say he can vanish in 20 seconds and reappear across the country without ever stepping outside. And beneath one of his halls, an autonomous command center, a mini Moscow, buried underground. If war breaks out, he won't flee the country. He'll descend into his personal subterranean city. But that's not even the strangest part. There's also Kumsusan, a mausoleum turned into a tomb of gold and glass. Inside lie the embalmed bodies of his father and grandfather. Rumor has it, Kim visits alone in the dead of night to consult them before major decisions, in total silence, under the watchful eyes of the dead. And on the other side of the country, his coastal retreat, Japanese-style gardens, a private dock, and, get this, a helipad disguised as a tennis court, just in case they come for him. But no one ever does. Because his palaces aren't just homes, they're shields, they're stages, they're the throne rooms of a digital dictatorship. When a dictator takes to the skies, it's not a flight, it's an operation. Kim Jong-un doesn't do economy class. He has his own private air fleet, and every takeoff feels like a missile launch. Secretive, controlled, and absurdly luxurious. His main aircraft? Chamai-1, a Soviet Ilyushin Il-62 retrofitted for royalty. On the outside, outdated hardware. But inside? A flying palace, white leather seats, red mahogany tables, gold ashtrays, massive TV screens, and a bar stocked with cognac once reserved for French royalty. And in case anyone's tracking him, there are at least 2 decoy planes. Only his inner circle knows which one he's really on. One of them, he personally named it Air Force Un, a mocking twist on America's Air Force One. It's not just an aircraft, it's a flex, a symbol, and then there are the helicopters, like in 2017, when he flew from Pyongyang to the coast, just to watch a ballistic missile launch from the air. Because apparently the ground view got boring. His fleet isn't just transportation, it's a weapon of paranoia. Across North Korea, secret runways have been built next to his palaces, so if danger strikes, he can take off in minutes and vanish. Unlike his father, Kim's not afraid to fly. He trained as a pilot himself, because flying a plane is just one more way to prove he controls everything, even the skies. When you're Kim Jong-un, the ocean isn't nature, it's private property. You don't sail, you command the waves. He owns a yacht, or more accurately, a 100-meter floating fortress. Estimated price? Around $7 million. On board, you'll find everything a dictator needs on vacation. Helipad, 3 decks, jacuzzi, Cuban cigars, French liquor, and a satellite system so secure, even foreign intelligence agencies can't trace it. But this isn't just luxury. It's a power lab, where secret meetings with generals take place, 5,000 wine is poured, and decisions are made. That can shift the course of history. And where is his favorite yacht docked? In Wonsan Port, right next to his coastal mansion and private runway. He can wake up, slip into a silk robe, step into a helicopter, and be out at sea in just 3 minutes. But Kim doesn't have just one yacht. His fleet includes at least 2 more. One rumored to have interiors designed by Fendi, the other finished in black wood with a bar that rivals Macau's casinos. For casual outings with his inner circle, he uses his smaller yachts, just 40 to 50 meters long. You know, to keep a low profile. Not that it matters when you're a dictator. Rumor has it he once spent a full week at sea, meeting with Chinese businessmen in international waters just to dodge sanctions, a quiet conspiracy under the stars. All of this, in a country where most people have never even seen the ocean. Some people dream of owning one good car. Kim Jong-un? He's obsessed with having 100. His garage isn't a garage. It's a museum of luxury, armor, and authority. Rolls-Royce, Maybach, Mercedes, Bentley, Land Rover, Lamborghini, and none of them are stock. They're modified for war. Bulletproof windows, run-flat tires, and seats equipped with chemical attack defense systems. His crown jewel? The Mercedes Maybach S600 Pullman Guard. Price tag, $1.7 million. This isn't a car, it's a rolling bunker, built to survive grenade blasts and full auto gunfire. Whenever Kim leaves a palace, he's followed by a motorcade, 5 to 10 vehicles, each loaded with guards and signal jammers. Word is he was driving a Porsche by age 7, while other kids played cops and robbers. He raced around the palace grounds as armed guards lined the perimeter. His obsession? Mercedes-Benz. In 2019, he arrived at a summit with Trump in a custom limo, smuggled into North Korea despite global sanctions. The world watched. No one figured out how he got it, and that's not all. He also owns vehicles designed for raw intimidation. Tanks, armored personnel carriers, and even repurposed military trucks for VIP tours across the country. One day he gifted his generals a fleet of Mercedes as a sign of trust. The price of trust? Around $2 million. The irony? The average North Korean may never see a car in their lifetime. Meanwhile, their leader swaps them like wristwatches. Somewhere in the cold North Korean mountains stands a perfect ski resort. The slopes are smooth, the snow untouched, the lifts humming, but there's no one there. Welcome to Masikryong, Kim Jong-Un's personal winter playground. Cost? $30 million. Purpose? To show the world that a leader can have his own Switzerland, even if his people are starving. It's not just a resort. It's an icy, dystopian Disneyland. 9 ski runs, dozens of hotels, modern lifts, all in a country where most people have never seen snow up close. Entry for foreigners, $80 per day. For locals, $40. Sounds fair, right? Until you realize the average monthly salary in North Korea is $40. The result? Emptiness, slopes without skiers, hotels where beds are never made, cafes where no food is ever served. But Kim is a perfectionist. He reportedly visited the resort 144 times, inspecting every detail himself. Lifts, snow machines, lighting. He wanted the perfect alpine postcard. Just like in his youth, back when he lived in Switzerland, only now, it's for no one but him. When he tried to import equipment from Switzerland and Austria, they refused. Sanctions. But really, who says no to a dictator? He found another way, through China, through shell companies, through the shadows. They say he dreamed of welcoming 5,000 guests a day. He wanted Masik to be the new face of Korea. Instead, it became a monument to obsession, empty, frozen, silent. A place that has everything, except the people who can afford it. When your people eat rice with salt, and you're dining on Kobe beef with French truffles, that's not just luxury, that's power, served on a plate. Kim Jong-un doesn't eat because he's hungry. He eats to remind the world he's a god at the dinner table. According to his former personal chef, a single meal is a global tasting tour. Kobe beef from Japan, caviar from Iran, mangoes from Thailand, melons from China, piglets from Denmark, and cheese, only Gruyere, from Switzerland. He loved it so much, he once sent a delegation to Europe to learn how to make it himself. When that failed, he ordered it by the ton. But the most surreal part? His obsession with alcohol. They say he can down 10 bottles of Bordeaux in a single night. Not wine, legends. Each bottle worth more than a motorcycle. His yearly wine budget, up to $30 million. Enough to build a school every year. But why build a school when you can build a wine cellar? And then there are the cigarettes. Not Marlboros, Yves Saint Laurent. $44 a pack. Because even his smoke has to smell like money. All this, in a country where most people survive on food rations, where children have never tasted chocolate, where meat isn't a food, it's a holiday. But Kim doesn't just indulge, he personally approves the menus for his generals. Every dish, inspected, every glass, hand-selected, because even food is part of his control. He's not just a dictator, he's a connoisseur of total power. When you have too much money, you start buying everything, even the things no sane person would want. Kim Jong-un is the man who spends millions on pepper. Yes, regular black pepper. Official reports show $8.3 million on pepper, $1. $6 million on Chinese umbrellas, $2.3 million on elite-only gyms, and $250,000 on fishing rods. Not gold, not diamond-studded, just 1,000 of them. Because why not? He imports perfumes and deodorants from France, luxury creams and shampoos from Germany. Because even his hair is a geopolitical statement. What about Russian racehorses, $130,000 each, gifted to himself for a day of good weather? But his favorite expense category? Bribes. Yep. Official reports confirm over $4 billion spent on gifts for his generals. Rolex watches, fur coats, rare liquor, diamonds, luxury apartments. Because in Kim's world, loyalty isn't earned, it's bought. And the ultimate symbol of dictator-level insanity? His personal toilet. He takes it everywhere, in the car, on the train, even to air bases. Why? Because his waste is a state secret. Yes, really. Analyzing his excrement could reveal his health status, and Kim's not sharing even that. This is the personality cult of the 21st century. Millions spent on pepper, wine that costs more than homes, a toilet guarded like top-secret military files. Some people collect stamps, others, rare cars. Kim Jong-un, he collects power, in physical form. Watches, he owns dozens. Patek Philippe Sky Moon Tourbillon, Vacheron Constantin, IWC Portugueser, each one worth a Manhattan apartment. Total value, around $8 million. All this, in a country where the average salary is $2,000 a year. When Switzerland banned watch exports to North Korea, Kim didn't stop. He started ordering them through offshore companies, friends, and fake firms, because in his world, even time must be luxurious. And movies? Kim has a personal movie theater with over 1,000 seats, built deep inside one of his residences. Cost? Over $200,000. And yes, in a country where foreign films are banned, he watches Godzilla, Marvel, Hollywood thrillers. He owns a collection of 20,000 plus DVDs. The West is off limits, for everyone but him. Music? Kim has a thing for pianos, not one, not two. Over 20 grand pianos placed across his palaces. Some are custom-made, one-of-a-kind masterpieces. He may not play, but if he ever feels like it, the piano is ready. Every object in his world isn't just an item, it's a statement. I am above the rules, I am the exception. Kim Jong-un's luxury isn't about taste. It's about showcasing ego in its purest form. Because when you hold unchecked power, you don't just live well, you live like a myth. This is the world of Kim Jong-un, where palaces are buried underground, where every bottle of wine costs a life, where loyalty is currency and luxury is a weapon. In a country surviving on noodles and fear, one man hosts horse races in his backyard. And if you think this is just a dictator's whim, think again. It's strategy. It's a cult. It's a message. I can do anything. Now the question is, where are you? Just watching? Just scrolling? Or are you ready to see more? To uncover